If you do everything society tells you about money, you will work for 40 to 50 years, retire tired, and still wonder where all your money went. It is not a bad luck. It is not the economy. It is because you were taught money myths that were never designed to make you rich. The middle class follows a script, but what if I told you that the script was written to keep you stuck? Most people will not make to the end of this video because the truth is very uncomfortable. But if you do, you will never see the money the same way again. Today, let us explore the 10 financial lies the middle class believes. Number 1. Buying a home is always a good investment. Owning a home is one of the biggest financial decisions people make, and for years we have been told buy a house as soon as possible. Rent is a waste of money. But let us actually look at the numbers. Say you buy a 1 crore house with a 20-year home loan at 8% of interest. Over 20 years, you do not just pay 1 crore, you pay around 1.9 crore because of interest. That is almost double the price. And that is not even counting maintenance, property tax, insurance, and renovation costs. Now, what if instead of buying, you rented the same house for rupees 30,000 a month or invested the remaining money in a good mutual fund giving 12% of returns? In 20 years, the investment could be worth over 3 crores. That is more than the house is worth without the burden of loan. This does not mean buying a home is always wrong, but calling it an investment is misleading. An investment must give you returns. If you buy a house to live in, it's an expense. If you buy a house to rent out and generate income, then it's an investment. Again, compare the rental yield that you will have in the area where you're purchasing the house. That really matters. The middle class buy a house and thinks they have made it. The wealthy buy assets that actually make them money. Number 2, a high salary will make you rich. People think the more they earn, the richer they will be. But if that were true, why are so many high earning professionals like doctors, engineers, and managers still struggling financially? Because having a high salary means nothing if you do not control your spending and investments. Think about it. If you earn 2 lakh per month but you spend 1.9 lakh, you are barely saving anything. Meanwhile, someone earning rupees 50,000 but investing 20,000 consistently will be wealthier in the long run. Mike Tyson made over 400 million in his career but went bankrupt. Why? Because he did not manage his money. On the other hand, Warren Buffett still lives in a house he bought in 1958 and invests every dollar wisely. Real wealth is not about how much you make, it is about how much you keep and where you put it in. The middle class chases salaries, the rich chase ownership, stocks, businesses, and assets that can grow. Lie number 3. Fixed deposit and savings account will secure your future. The biggest financial trap middle class families fall into is thinking that keeping money in the savings account and FDs is the safest way to grow wealth. But here is the hard truth. If your money is not growing, it is shrinking. Let us take a simple example. You put 10 lakh in a FD with 6% of interest. After taxes and inflation, your real return is barely 2 to 3%. Meanwhile, inflation in India averages 7 to 8%. Meaning your purchasing power is actually declining. Now, let us take a simple example. Let us compare that with an index fund that gives an average return of 12%. Rupees 10 lakh invested in the stock market 20 years ago would be worth over 1 CR today. That is the difference between saving and investing. Saving is safe, but it won't make you rich. Investing has risks, but it is the only way to build wealth. Number 4. Education is the key to wealth. We have all been told, study hard, get a degree, and you will be successful. But if degrees guaranteed wealth, why do so many highly educated professionals still struggle financially? The truth is, school teach you how to work for money. They do not teach you how to make money work for you. That is why an MBA graduate with 6-figure salary can still live paycheck to paycheck, while a smart entrepreneur with no degree can build a fortune. Look at the world's richest people: Mukesh Ambani, Steve Jobs, Mark Zuckerberg. None of them relied on degrees alone. They understood business, investing, and how to multiply money. A 1 crore salary means nothing if you do not invest wisely. Meanwhile, someone earning half the amount but growing their wealth strategically can retire early. Education is important, but financial education is essential. If you do not understand investing, debt, and wealth building, you will always depend on your job no matter how many degrees you have. The middle class focuses on certificates, the wealthy focuses on money mastery. Number 5. Credit cards are evil. For years, the middle class has been warned: never use credit cards, they will put you in debt. Parents pass belief to their children, and many people avoid credit cards altogether, thinking that they are dangerous. But here is the truth: credit cards are not the problem, bad spending habits are. Banks love people who do not understand how credit card works. Why? Because the people swipe credit cards without thinking, pay only the minimum amount, and get stuck paying 36% of annual interest. That is how banks make millions. But what about those who understand the system? They use credit cards to make money instead of losing it. Imagine you have a credit card that gives you 2% of cash back on every purchase. If you spend 10,000 a month on regular expenses and pay your bill in full, you earn 2400 a year just for using that credit card. Add to this free travel points, purchase protection, and better credit card scores, and suddenly credit card becomes a financial tool, not a trap. The trick is to never spend what you can't pay off in full each month. The banks want you to fall for their trap, but the smart ones, they use the system in their favor. The poor misuse the credit cards. The middle class avoids them. The rich master them. But yes, if you do not have the discipline, stay away from the credit cards as well. This reminds me of my video, Truth About Buy Now, Pay Later. The problem people very often face and get trapped into the bad debts. Check it out in the top right corner. Lie number 6. Investing is only for the rich. Many middle class families believe that investing is only for the rich. They assume that unless they have lakhs of rupees to spare, there is no point in putting money into the stock market. And because of this belief, they keep their savings in banks, earning barely 5 to 6% of interest, while inflation eats away all their money's value. The truth is, you do not need a fortune to start investing. You need time. Let us break this down with numbers. If you invest rupees 5,000 per month in an index fund that gives a 12% of annual return in 20 years, you will have 50 lakh. But if you wait for 10 years and then invest double the amount with rupees 10,000 per month, you will still end up with less than 50 lakh. That is because the key to wealth is not how much you invest, but it is how early you invest. The middle class wait until they have enough money to invest. The rich start with whatever money they have and let compound interest do the work. That is why the gap between the rich and the middle class keeps increasing. If you are just starting out for investing, you must be cautious. You can check my video on early investing mistakes that people commit and lose their money. You can find it at the top right corner, linked in the description box and in the end of the video. Lie number 7. Owning a car means you have made it. For a middle class, buying a car is a milestone. It signals success. But financially, a car is one of the worst purchases you can make if you are not already wealthy. Here is why. The moment you drive your brand new car out of the dealership, it loses its 10 to 15% of its value. And that is before you consider the real costs, which are loan EMIs, insurance, fuel, maintenance, and repairs. A 12 lakh rupees of car can easily cost you around 16 to 18% lakh over its lifetime. The rich do not buy cars first. They buy assets that make them money first, and then they buy cars from the returns. The middle class does it the other way around. They spend first, then they try to save. That is how they get stuck. Number 8. You need multiple income sources to get rich. You have probably heard, Millionaires have multiple income sources. So, if you want to be rich, you need multiple income streams. While that is true, it is not a full story. Most people take the advice the wrong way. They start 5 side hustles, trade stocks, do freelance work, and try to run online business at the same time. The result? They spread themselves too thin and fail at everything. The truth is, the rich do not start multiple incomes. They build one strong income source first and then diversify. Take the example of Jeff Bezos. He did not start Amazon, AWS, Prime Video, and Whole Foods all at once. He focused only on Amazon for years. Once Amazon was profitable, then he expanded into other ventures. If you are still struggling to build wealth, do not chase 10 different income sources. Focus on mastering one high income skill or business first. Once that is stable, then add other streams. Number 9. Retirement is about saving enough money. Most people believe retirement means saving a big lump sum. But if you are only withdrawing money without earning a new income, inflation will beat away all your savings. The wealthy do not just save for retirement, they build income streams for retirement. Real estate rentals, high dividend stocks, or side businesses ensure continuous cash flow. These strategies prevent retirees from running out of money, giving them financial freedom instead of financial fear. And number 10, financial freedom means never have to work again. A common misconception is that financial freedom means quitting work entirely. But many who retire early find themselves bored, unfulfilled, and even financially declining. True financial freedom means having to control over your time and energy. Instead of stopping the work altogether, wealthy individuals shift towards projects they enjoy, like philanthropic efforts or passion driven businesses. The goal isn't it to do nothing, but it is to do what you love without financial pressure. If your definition of financial freedom is purely about escaping work, you may find yourself lost. Redefine it as the ability to choose how, where, and with whom you spend your time. If you have believed these financial lies, do not blame yourself. The myths have been passed down for generations. But now that you know the truth, you have a choice. The real question is, which of these lies were you believing? Let me know in the comments. And if you are serious about changing your financial future, make sure you do not miss my next video. Bye-bye.